Shalom everybody and welcome to Mekorot. My name is Rabbi Shapira and I hope you're enjoying our program in whatever language you are watching us. This week we're in Parashat Tetzaveh. God put the commandment before Israel to establish and build and focus on preparing Aaron, the high priest of Israel, to take his appointment as the high priest of Israel over all the work that he must do. Notice the pattern in this Torah portion. We are seeing the establishment of the Mishkan that is taking place in parallel to establishment of the clothes of Aaron, who will serve as the Kohen Mashiach. In Leviticus chapter 4, once the tabernacle is established, Aaron is called for the very first time in the scripture. The word that is used to describe him is the word Mashiach. Now, here in the Torah portion, in chapter 28, verse 4, we're seeing a great secret of the Mashiach. You see, in Judaism, the Messiah have two forms. You have a form of a king, and you have a form of a high priest. And where is this concept coming from? Sometimes we call it Mashiach, son of Joseph, and Messiah, son of David. This concept is found here in our Torah portion. In chapter 28, verse 2, we read, V'asita bignei kodesh la'aron achicha, which means you are to make the holy garments to Aaron, your brother. This is very important. You see, Aaron wore exactly 8 articles of clothes. The number 8 related and referred to the 8 names of the Messiah that are mentioned in the book of Isaiah chapter 9. Pele, Yoetz, El, Gibor, Avi, Ad, Sar, Shalom. Those 8 names represent the 8 articles of clothing that Aaron was wearing. But I want you to look a little bit deeper with me for a moment. Those clothes have 2 names. It says here in the text that those clothes will be lekavod veletiferet. Those 2 words are important, kavod and tiferet. You see, according to the Ramad, the kavod is hinting of the Shekinah itself, the fact that he will be covered by the Shekinah, and the tiferet represent the essence of the divinity of God. Now, in both cases, in both set of clothes that Aaron was wearing, he was specifically wearing either white clothes or gold clothes. 4 out of the 8 clothes were a clothes of white, and 4 out of the other 8 clothes were a clothes of gold. So make yourself a distinction. The 8 articles of clothing were either white or they were either made out of gold. Why this is significant? We're seeing a picture here of the Messiah of Israel in the future. Again, this is a prophetic picture of the Mashiach. The article of clothes that Aaron was wearing that made out of white garments, those articles of clothing represent his priestly calling. You see, white represent his priestly calling. He was taking the sins of Israel and is to make them white as he atoned. He was doing the atonement, the very first Yom Kippur over all of Israel. But what does the gold represent? The gold represent a kingly role, a role of a king over all of Israel. And our sages explain that the clothes have kavod and tiferet because they represent the 2 essence of Aaron's function. He served both as a Kohen and he served both in a way as a king or as a ruler over all of Israel. And those 2 represent the function of Messiah. Each one of those, and the reason they are divided 4 in one side and 4 in another side, the rabbis explained it because they represent the 4 letters of God's name, Yod, Hey, Vav A. One of them is the chitzoniut, and one of them is the pnimiut, the externality and the internality that are working together. And that's the meaning of the word kavod, meaning for glory, and tiferet, meaning to splendor. In reality, Aaron represents both Messiah ben Yosef and Messiah ben David. And notice here something important in the Torah portion. Who is the one who prepared Aaron's clothing? The next verse, it says, it's the people who are called Chachamei Lev. Those are people who their heart is already full for the Lord. They're full in wisdom, spirit of wisdom, and ve'asu et bigdei Aaron. The people preparing the Mashiach. The Mashiach is not preparing us only, but we prepare the Mashiach. That's the meaning of Yeshua's own words when he said, you will not see me until you say, Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. We prepare Mashiach. May Mashiach speedily come through our preparation. We prepare Ben Yosef and Ben David as we are looking at our own life and taking those type of garments. God bless you, and this is Mekorot for this week, Parashat Tetzaveh.